Hello everyone, myself Harsh Khattar, Assistant Professor at ABS Engineering College, Ghaziabad. Today I am delivering a lecture on arithmetic circuit design in computer organization and architecture. In this lecture, we will see what are the computer arithmetic operations, what are the components involved in computer arithmetic, and how we are dealing with these operations in an easy manner. Let's have a look to the basic computer view. In this, you are able to see four basic components of computer where the processor is the main one. This processor, if we talk about this CPU and magnify this, then we will see three components in it. One is control unit, who is responsible for performing the operations. When I give the instruction to the control units, then this instruction is bifurcated into the micro operations and given to the other peripherals to perform various operations. Another one is journal register organization. This is a set of registers which temporarily store the data, and the distribution of data is through this journal register set. You have studied this part in unit 1 where a structure of R1, R2, R3, these type of registers and register transfer language you have seen. The next is the important processing part, which is arithmetic logic unit, which performs all types of arithmetic and logical operations. In this lecture, I am going to magnify the minute details of arithmetic logic unit, which is used to store and represent the numbers and the operations on it. Let's have a look to ALU. ALU comprises of three main categories of operations named as arithmetic operations, which includes addition, subtraction, multiplication, division, in addition with incrementer, decrementer, or finding the complement of a number. Shift operations. Shift operations are those where we are doing a bitwise shifting of the number. I have a one number with 4 binary bits and I want to shift it towards right or left, then shift operations works. Logic operations. These are the bitwise operations which perform the XOR and or not. If I want to study about the ALU, then we need to study the prerequisite three concepts. First concept is what is micro operation. As I said, I generally give the instruction to the CPU, and then CPU is dividing our instructions into the operations and then micro operations, which are the elementary part. And these micro operations are of four types. As mentioned here, register transfer micro operations are those where the register is sending a data to the another register, means register transfer like this. When we are doing some sort of increment in the register, when we are adding two register values and transferring it to the another one. So this is a part of register transfer micro operations. And the remaining three parts are discussed in this unit, in unit number 2, about the arithmetic micro operations, shift micro operations, logic micro operations. Second important concept is the number representation. When we talk about the computer arithmetics, so first thing is we are dealing with the binary numbers. Computer plays in binary 0 and 1, and the representation of these numbers are in three forms. One form is the sign magnitude part, where the positive and the negative number is represented in a form of sign bit, which is 0 or 1, and the other representations are in unsigned numbers. Unsigned means we are not using a specific bit to represent a sign. We are using 1's complement method or 2's complement method to represent a negative number. If a number is in positive form, then it is not required to change the orientation of a number in 1's complement or 2's complement. This is an important thing when we talk about the questions of exam. Then 1's complement and 2's complement is used when we are talking about the negative numbers. Say there is an example where we are converting a decimal 6 to a binary 1, and we are seeing 1's complement for it. 1's complement means we are inverting bitwise, not and seeing this value. For 2's complement, we are adding 1 in the 1's complement and we are getting this result, which is the 2's complement representation of 6. Let's see how these complement methods are used in addition and subtraction. For addition, if I am taking the two numbers in decimal and the equivalent representation in binary, then two 4-bit binary numbers are added and the resultant is coming in the same 4 bits. In a second case, the two 4-bit numbers are giving the result in 5 bits. So here this extra bit is known as carry. It means we can say addition is a combination of carry and sum. Whenever we are giving the inputs A and B, then the resultant is also in two types. One is carry and another one is the magnitude part. In case of subtraction, I am taking an example 6 minus 4. I can represent this minus 4 like this. Means I am adding 6 with minus 4, so which is equivalent to 6 minus 4. So what are the steps to perform this subtraction part? This is in 3 steps. Step number 1 is we are representing this into a binary representation. And the second step says take a complement of this number. This is my binary representation of 4 and I am taking 1's complement of this number, inverting all the bits and adding 1 in this makes it 2's complement. So this is a representation of minus 4. Now I have a number and in this I am getting the value which is 6 and this value is minus 4. So this part gives the result and this result is coming with a carry. If I am using a subtraction and there is a carry, it means my number, the resultant is positive and just discard this carry. If there is no carry generated, then we have to take the complement of the same number and put a minus sign in front of this. So the resultant is positive 2. The third and important concept is the use of circuit adders. There are two types of adders, half adder and full adder. Adder generally perform the operation on bits. I am taking an example where A and B are 1-bit numbers and in processing part I am getting two things, as I said, sum and carry. So the hardware structure is like this, where I am using two registers which are storing 1 bit, means you can treat this as a flip-flop as well. This is the internal circuit which performs the gate. As in prerequisite, you have developed this circuit with the help of K-maps and the basic gates, and this is the output which is shown here. Now if I talk about the second form, which is full adder. Full adder is carrying one extra input. How we are getting this one extra input? If we are using the addition A and B, so how we are getting one more extra input? Take another example of this. Here 6 and 7 I am going to add 0 and 1. When we are going to sum this, the answer is 1. But when we are going to add this 1 with 1, the answer is 1 0 and this is the carry. So this carry is reflected here. So this is the concept of input carry, and when we talk about the hardware implementation, the same half adder circuit is used with one more input, which is carry in. So this is the basic prerequisite part, and in terms of ALU we are using the hybrid structure like this, which is binary adder subtractor, where this M is important. In some circuits, traditional circuits, we are able to see the binary adder of 4 bits where we are using 4 full adders. But in case of ALU, we have a special circuit of binary addition and subtraction where we are using this mode bit, and this mode bit represents 0 and 1. If the mode bit is 1, then it is working as a subtractor, and if a mode bit is 0, it is a normal parallel adder. Now come to the ALU operations. So for prerequisite part, these three concepts are important. Now we are coming to our topic, which is arithmetic logic unit, which comprises of three parts: arithmetic operations. Arithmetic operations, generally we see these are the addition, subtraction, multiplication, division, but apart from this there are other important ones like incrementer circuit, decrementer circuit, how to take a complement. So these are the examples of arithmetic operation. Bitwise shifting is used when we are dealing with the multiplications and division in arithmetic. So in this case, shifting is required. Logical operations are the important one when we need to clear something. So for this, logical operations are required like AND, OR, NOT, XOR, these things. In upcoming slides, our focus is on the arithmetic operations, and in next lecture we will discuss about the shift operations and logic operations. So let's have a look to the ALU micro operations, means arithmetic operations. What are these arithmetic operations? In case of register transfer, we have seen an example like a value of register A is added with a register B and the output is going to a register C. So this type of example is a part of arithmetic micro operations. This is a list which is saying we are talking about the addition, we are talking about the subtraction. This is a general minus and this is subtraction, where we are using the 2's complement representation. Similarly, we have an incrementer circuit, decrementer circuit. So how we are going to perform these micro operations? For this, we have a specialized hardware circuit, and this hardware circuit includes a group of multiplexers and full adder. So this group of multiplexer and adder is used to execute this much of micro operations. Now one by one we will see what are these micro operations, how the circuit is going to execute these micro operations. If we talk only about these micro operations, so the scope is not limited to these 8. Basically, the combination of these 8 micro operations are going to execute a bigger instructions. Yes, it is mentioned that multiple micro operations are used to make a one instruction, and this instruction is like to take a data from the memory, add some value in it and transfer it to the peripheral. So here this instruction is divided into the multiple micro operations, and might be in a single instruction 4 or 5 micro operations are used. So one by one let's have a look what is the circuit. Here we are using 4 multiplexers and 4 full adders. To execute one by one all the instructions, we need to use the selection lines. As the mux size is 4 by 2, so 4 by 1, so 2 selection lines are required. In this part, we are making the bifurcation of the operations with the help of these 3 things. 2 are the selection lines and 1 is carry. When we are talking about the 3 parts, then these 3 are going to give the 8 combinations. In binary, when we are talking about the 3 parts, then 2 raised to the power 3 is 8, and 8 combinations are possible starting from 0, 0, 0 till 1, 1, 1, and these 2 MSB sides are the selection lines and this is the input carry. So might be in some of the micro operations there is no use of the input carry. So in this case we are using it 0, and if it is required then we are using it as 1. Rest the combination of selection lines are used to give these micro operations. By default we are taking one input as A and another input as B. In this specified circuit, I am using a representation of this X and this representation Y. When I am talking about this representation, one by one we will see all the combinations. Let's have a look to the first one, 0, 0, 0. In this 0, 0, 0, what is the combination saying? This combination says the selection line 0 and selection line 1 both are 0. in this case the mux is representing the 0 line, and this 0 is the output of all the mux. Here this combination is represented as 0 is taking the direct value of B0, this 0 is taking the direct value of B1, B2 and B3. It means we have a number A and number B of 4 bits, which is represented as B, so in each number we have 4 bits and each bit is coming to a multiplexer. So in this case, when we are talking about the first combination 0 0 0, all the multiplexers 0 line is active and the output is as it is this B0, B1, B2 and B3, and we are taking A0, A1, A2, A3 in this full adder. So when full adder is going to receive the A and B value, it is just giving the addition. So the micro operation is named as add. Come to the next one, when we are talking about 0 0 1. So this 0 0 1, 1 is now a carry. In a same circuit we are using a carry in. It means we are doing the same addition operation with 1. So now it is add with carry. This is the second arithmetic micro operation. Next is when we are changing the next combination, and this combination is 0 1 0. It means now this S0 is 1 and remaining 2's carry in and S1 is 0. In this combination, when it is receiving at the mux part, this is 1. So here we are using the combination 1 all the time. Mux 1, mux 2, mux 3 and mux 4 all are giving the output as 1. 1 means, see here, it is a negation of the B, negation of the B bits. So here if I am passing a value B 0 0 0 0, so the output of the mux is 1 1 1 1 because inverter is used here, not gate is applied here. We are using a complementer circuit. So when we are using a complementer circuit, it means what we are doing, we are taking a complement of a number. And as I shown in the previous example where I am using A plus B, A minus B. So minus B means I am using a complement of B and adding it with A. It means we are doing a subtraction, but I am talking about a complement of a bit. So 0 0 0 0 is converted to 1 1 1 1. I am not taking a 2's complement. So here when the carry in is 0 as mentioned here, so it means the subtraction is happening but with borrow because 1 is not added in the circuit. In the next example we are saying yes, now the 1 is added and now this number is treated as the 2's complement of B, and when this is a 2's complement of B added with A, now it is a perfect subtraction. So this is the fourth micro operation which is important. Next micro operation is when we are changing the selection line. Now the selection line 1 is 1 and selection line 0 is 0, carry in is 0. What is happening in this case? In this case we are using the third combination of mux. In third combination of mux, what is the input? See here, second part, this is second, 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 and all these lines are coming from this 0. What is the meaning of this 0? We are taking the first number A and another number is going 0. So if I am performing any of the operation and my operation is saying 0 1 0 1 and I am passing this 0 0 0 0. So what is the answer if I am passing these things to the full adder? So the answer is the same number. It means what we are doing, we are transferring the data of A from one to another. So this is the next one. What we are doing, we are transferring the data of A into a output. So this is the transfer operation. Okay, what will happen if we are changing the carry in? Means the next combination we are changing this part. Still, due to this selection line, we are taking here value 0. That is okay. But when we are adding a carry in this case, what we are doing? Now we are adding this 1. In this case, this is 0, 1, 1, 0. So what is happening here when we are talking about the number and we are adding it 1 here? So here we are going to increment our circuit. So now the output is increment A operation. So this is the another important operation. What program counter is doing? Program counter is adding, incrementing the address, incrementing the instruction. What is the next instruction to perform? So it means without arithmetic circuit, nothing is possible in CPU. So this is a part. This is an important operation where the second part of the multiplexer is active and we are getting the output 0 from the mux and the carry in is 1. So in this case, A and carry in is added and the output is the increment of a particular number A. What is the next? Next is when we are changing the S0 to 1 and the carry is 0. What is happening here? See this. When we are taking S0 as 1, S1 as 1, it means we are taking the next mux combination, last one 3. So here everywhere 3 is selected. And what the 3 is getting as an input? This is getting the complement of 0. What is the complement of 0? Complement of 0 is 1. Means what we are doing here? We are taking always 1. In this case, if my number is this, what we are doing? We are taking input 1, 1, 1, 1 and passing to a full adder. So this is my full adder circuit and this is my number A and this is the output of mux. So this output coming from this 3 and the addition is what is the thing here? What we are using? So here the thing is we are getting a decrement of this number. So this is basically the next one. And when we talk to the next operation, what is the next operation? What we are doing here? Okay, let's have a look to the another example because this is an important one in university exam. Many of the times this decrement A comes and this decrement A is working with this. Carry in is 0 and what we are taking? We are taking this part 3 which is continuous 1. When continuous 1 is coming and you are passing a value to this, so what it is doing? This is a special question. If my value is 0, 0, 0, 0 and you are adding 1, 1, 1. So the output is always this because the input is 0 and 1. So what is the significance of this? This is like a complementer. But some of the students get confused. This is not a complementer circuit. ये complement नहीं करता है. ये क्या काम कर रहा है? एक value को decrease करता है. Take another example to understand the same concept. If my value is this 1, now what will happen? In this case, the value is 0, 0, 0, 0. Now, this is not a complementer. If I am taking a input value 0, 0, 0, 1 and my output is 0, 0, 0, 0, yes, carry is also there. But I have a storage of 4 bits only. So how I am getting this value 0, 0, 0, 0? Because this is a decrement circuit. Similarly, if you are using another combination where you are using 2 and you are adding this value. So in this case, what we are receiving here? 1, 0, carry, 0, carry, 0, carry. And this is my absolute number. So this one, this 2 is now converted to the output 1. So it is acted as a decrementer circuit. If my value is 1, 1, 1, 1. So what is the output here? When we are doing this operation, it will decrease to 1. And the last one, last micro operation is when we are saying all my bits are 1. What is the output? The mux is selecting here this 3 and this carry is also 1. So it is directly, if I am adding My output is 0010, which is the original number. So it means this is also performing the transfer. So two of the operations transfer are same here. So this is basically a transfer A. This is all about the arithmetic circuit. What are the operations performed in arithmetic circuit with the help of mux and adder? Now, if we talk about the usage of this arithmetic circuit, what it means? Arithmetic circuit is not individually works. We have a complete ALU. As I said, we have a part which is taking arithmetic circuit. We have another one, logic circuit, and a special part which deals with the shift operations, and this part completely makes ALU. So what is the outline? What is the actual picture? Actual picture is, one, we have ALU, one, we have another registers. We are completing both things, and now a CPU is designed. CPU, input, output, and the memory. Now a computer is designed. Means we are at the minute level where we are talking about this arithmetic circuit one. This arithmetic circuit is performing this minute operations. What is the meaning of this minute operations? It means the micro operations are those operations which are now at the leaf part. Means we have the instruction which we are seeing, we are passing to the computer, and then it is going to bifurcate into the multiple operations, and this is the example of the minute ones. Now if we want to perform a multiplication, say, so what is the meaning of multiplication? 5 multiplied by 4 is adding 5 4 times. So here in this manner the addition of 5 4 times is required. So this is the use of addition subtraction. Basically the subtraction is not happening, we are using the complement. So it means in our system what we have addition and complement. So complement is by the NOT gate. So here the arithmetic and the logic, this combination is the ALU. So this is all about the today's class. In next class we will discuss about the logic operations. What are the logic operations and how this figure is represented as a particular arithmetic circuit. Now there is one question for you. If I am talking about the arithmetic circuit, how you are going to perform, how you are going to deal with the subtractions. This is the example of addition where I am using a single bit. If I am taking an example of 8 bit, so what is the meaning of this 8 bit? In this case, how many multiplexers are required? For 4 bit, 4 multiplexers, and when we are using a 8 bit number, then 8 multiplexers are required. This is an important question as per the university, that how many multiplexers are required. In all these slides are from the Morris Minnow, and you will see in the exercise part that how many multiplexers are required when there is a number of 8 bits and you want to transfer it. So in this case the number of bits is basically the number of multiplexers. So number of bits are 8, then 8 multiplexers are required. If we have a 4 bit number, then 4 multiplexers are required. So this is the important part. This is all about the class. In next lecture we will see about the logic and shift operations.